We're in yeah. All right. Hey, Shalom.
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 All right, first and foremost, before we get started, we give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Hashagash. I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, being an example to Israel. All right, man, the elect. I want to say peace and blessings. All right, to the hopefully elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, that great song with the GMS Memphis camp. All right, coming to midweek. It's like a live special. All right, through the spirit of power of H.our Shai, who give us the inspiration and motivation to do so. All right, for the evil times to come. To get those that have ears to hear and eyes to see. All right, the protection, which is a head, known as a covering, but it comes in the form of a shield. All right, Isaiah 33:6. All right, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. All right, as you can see, the title of the lesson, the hour of temptation. All right, which is hot. And it is going to be a hot time, man. Which the Most High Yahweh going to give the elect the ability to hold on and make it through. All right? But in order to hold on and make it through, what you got to have? All right? You got to have faith. All right? You got to have faith, man, because faith is the key to unlock those spiritual doors. And once again, hard times is coming, bad times is coming, evil times is coming. But as we continue to prophesy, speak these things to existence, the hour of temptation is coming, man. And everyone, all right, in the whole world, all right, on this earth, all right, is going to have to go before the rulers, all right, in the time of trouble, all right? So we get straight into it, Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters be edified, while we lay the law down. You got it, bro, Revelation.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
And the key point in that, when you read that passage right there, the most important word in there is keep. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, let's get that word in the at the mouth, the word keep, and show you how important that word is. Because when you think about keep, it's something that you hold dear to yourself. You don't give it or let it be shown or known. Mm-hmm. All right. So the Most High Yahweh in that time, He's going to keep us, all right, from bowing the knee, all right, to the image of the beast. Yep. And who He's going to keep? He's going to keep the elect, those that fear the Lord, those that consider in these times now. Not those that going to consider when all hell break loose. Because 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, all right, give you a rundown how they're going to be put in pitiful case. All right, who have bruised his ways, who loathe the law, who thought that they're going to be able to, live out their dream and then come back to the Lord. You see? But the Lord going to keep us, man. Those that make their body living sacrifice, the Lord going to keep, all right, them, all right, preserved from the sad perils, man. All the evil. Go ahead, you got it.
All right, this is keep. In the Etzem Online, it says to seize, hold, seek after, desire.
So seek after. Mm-hmm. So you got to think about it. All right, when the Lord allowed the so-called white man to come down to the great wrath, He going to seek out the elect. All right, that's why it's written in Psalms, the angel are kept around about them that fear the Lord. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So in that time, the Lord going to be seeking out those that's in the household of faith to be protected. All right, shield, covered. All right, you got it.
Yep, it says also to observe or carry out in practice, look out for.
Now that's heaven. Mm-hmm. The Lord gonna look out for us, man. All right? Because when you think about when it come down to starvation, when it come down to having things to continue throughout your day, the Lord gonna look out for us, man. That's why he said, my servant shall eat. Because remember, a famine is coming. So people gonna have to rely on their own resources. People gonna have to rely on their own strength. All right, but before the household of faith, the Lord gonna look out for us. See, we ain't gonna have to use a lot of muscles. We ain't gonna have to go out there in the midst, all right, a pack of hyenas, as in people, a pack of wolves, as in people, and a pack of lions, as in people. We ain't gonna have to go out there in the midst. The Lord gonna protect us, man. The Lord got us. All right. So the Lord gonna look out for the elect. That's why it's written in Psalms the 91 chapter. All right, as in shall no evil befall thee. All right, and we're gonna get into that Job because it's better explain that. All right, because the Lord gonna keep us. All right, from the destruction. You got it, Obama. Keep going with the definition.
All right. It says, look out for, regard, pay attention to look.
Yeah,
To
and
keep.
that's beautiful too to look, because you gotta remember, every word of the Most High Yahweh is pure. But here's a shield unto them that put their trust in Him. All right, because who we look to Yahweh Shema Shai for salvation. We look towards Yahweh Shema Shai for deliverance, for protection, encouragement. You know what I'm talking about? So the Lord is going to keep us in those times, man.
That's right.
All right, because you got to remember, who else you going to be able to look to bring you safe? You know what I'm saying? To bring you comfort. You know what I'm saying? Bring you to a sound mind.
Nobody.
You know? Because right now, people got money. They got music. You know, they got females, they got drugs, they got alcohol. See, they got all these things to look to bring them comfort. But in a time of trouble, going to the hour of temptation, what you gonna have to bring you comfort? You only gonna have the comforter, which is the Bible. You see, that's gonna be it. But you got it, Bond.
All right, so a little bit more. To keep an eye on.
To what?
It. To keep an eye on.
Now, who is the eyes of the Lord?
The angels.
The angels. So the angels going to be a captain around about the elect to keep guard around them. Therefore, no evil will befall them. You know, they're going to be protected, covered, shield from all the danger, all the evil, all the violence. Because we know Jacob trouble, all right, is going to create violence, man. Corruption, destruction, you know. That's it, chaos, uproars. You know, that's when second edge of the 15 gonna, go full-fledged. Second edge of 16 gonna go full-fledged.
Right.
But it's considered what? The hour of temptation. Yep, you got it. Back at Revelation.
All right, it's back at Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world.
Woo! See that? It's gonna come upon the whole world, not some. So no one gonna be able to escape. You see? Because here it is. This is the do or die situation. You got it.
To try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right. So going to the word keep, the Lord gonna look out for us. When it's our turn to be presented, all right, to the hour of temptation. See, the Lord gonna look out for us, man. Because we know that it's stated in Luke the 21st chapter that we're gonna be brought before kings and rulers for his name's sake. But guess what? The Lord gonna look out for the elect. You women that believe, the Lord gonna look out for you, man. That's why I say scribe to the truth unto death, and the Lord gonna give you a crown of what? Crown of life.
Right.
You see? Go, you got it.
Keep going on in Revelation.
You got to go ahead with your precept. We're gonna come back to that because we got to read 11.
Come on.
This is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at 21. It isn't, you know what I'm saying, just touching back on the hour of temptation and the time, the troubled time to come. You know, the tribulation is coming upon what the whole world, you know, but the Lord going to save his elect. Because going back to Revelations, it said, because thou hast kept my word. So I'm gonna start at verse 21. This is Matthew 24 and verse 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. We know that the evil time that's coming is ultimately with Jacob's trouble. You know, the day of the Lord, like no other, man. And all these things that we're talking about, especially with the hour of temptation, you know, which is the MOT, the RFIDCHIP. You know, it's about to come upon the whole world, though. But the Lord has given us a warning and a sign, or through his prophets, to show us these things, to break it down. You know, so what we have to keep on keeping his word, because in verse 22 it says this right here, Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Right. And I'm
But
gonna show you a video. Go ahead, break it down. I'm coming out there.
okay, Kun, I was gonna say, you know, we see that the Lord is speeding up these days. Prophecies popping off like popcorn. We see that U.S. and Iran, they're still, you know, sending attention fighting, you know, which is leading what to ultimately to the World War III. You know, all these things the Lord is showing these signs, man. You know, and he's shortening up the days. But you know, like you know, what is it, Jake saying? We're back in the gap. You know, you say, but what does "but" mean? You know, I understand what I'm saying, but disregard the first part. But now listen to what I'm saying, because it says, "But for the elect's sake, those days shall be short." So it's for the elect's sake, man. The Lord is going to keep us protected because we kept His word, man. So ultimately, what the Lord is doing is for His elect, the elect men, the elect women, you know, the elect children, man. Those that
Right.
keep His word. But yeah,
That's
you
right.
got it though. Yeah, that's a lot.
Now look, I got two videos just to put you in the mindset of how important this word is. Like right now, this word is important to get it, digest it, you know, have it in you. You know, that's why 2/3 gonna be shit out of luck. Because Hosea 4 and 6 said, my people, which are the Israelites, is gonna be destroyed for what? The lack of knowledge. Not the knowledge of this world. Because learning how to fix a car, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to, you know, get a trade, go to college, get a degree, that's fine and dandy, but that's not going to get you a seat on the chariot. See, that's not going to grant you salvation. You know what I'm talking about? Even though you have that type of wisdom, right? What wisdom? What knowledge the people going to be destroyed for not having? The knowledge and the wisdom of the Bible. You know, because what's happening and what's going to happen is written in the scriptures. That's why I stated in Isaiah 34 and 16, seek ye out a book of the Lord and read. None of these shall fail. When it said none of these shall fail, it's speaking about prophecies. You know, everything that's stated from the book of Genesis, all right, to the Apocrypha and to Revelation, all right. We have now known that the words of the Most High Yahweh is faithful and true. So what's going to stop this time that the Lord have said that's going to be like a time never forever? What's going to stop that? Nothing. Why? Because it's going to happen. And these devils are setting up. And a lot of people not even hip to it. But check these videos out right here. I got two on. So I'm going to play this joint right here first.
This is part 2 of that video from yesterday about the generals getting called in to go to war within the cities of the United States. This is part 2. This is what they're doing. Notice what he said, loosening the rules of engagement. This terminology is very important. So it's coming, folks. Everything that we've been talking about for years is finally here. What are you going to do with it? This is our moment. This is it. It's time to do this, folks. Get organized, man. Talk to 5 of your neighbors. Get 5 like-minded neighbors in your neighborhood to lock it down when shit goes down. Talk to people, man. Get the like minds together, because we're going to be the ones carrying the load of the unlike minds.
If you don't know, now you know. Breaking news, martial law is coming in hot. This morning, President Trump told a room packed with generals that America is facing a war from within. He wasn't talking about a foreign enemy. He was talking about our own cities. Trump named places like San Francisco, Chicago, New York, and LA as training grounds for U.S. troops. And here's the kicker. Troops are already on the ground in at least 5 major cities: Memphis, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Portland, and Los Angeles. The president said we're under invasion from within. No different than fighting a foreign war, except this enemy doesn't wear a uniform. His defense secretary backed him up, calling for looser rules of engagement and untying the hands of soldiers here at home. Critics say this crosses into dangerous territory that blurs the line between military and law enforcement and risks putting American troops directly against American citizens. One thing is certain. The United States military is no longer just preparing for war overseas. It's being positioned for war on U.S. soil. I've been trying to prepare you for this since 2023. I told you it was coming. Breaking news.
Yeah, see? So they getting ready. You know, all this consists of what? Jacob trouble. Leading up to the hour of temptation. All right? Because that MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, is their only hope. But we know that through that come their destruction and our deliverance. Now check this video right here. This dealing with depopulation. Now check this video out. These some real devils, man. 9
billion. Now, if we do, we're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. First, we've got population. Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. First, we've got population.
Right now, depopulation is a heavy word, but to the person that not study, it's just another word. Oh, depopulation. D mean down. Population going to the people. So they're trying to kill our people.
Yep.
And you just heard how he said he's gonna do it. And they got many ways. You see, they got many ways, man. So we head into some terrible times. But that's what's gonna lead up to the hour of temptation, because when you can't get nothing to drink, nothing to eat, you know what I'm saying? You can't clothe yourself, bathe yourself like that. You know, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be forced to go down to Egypt for help. But if you believe in Yahweh by H.our O.f T.emptation, you ain't gonna go down to Egypt for help. You're gonna depend on the Lord to feed you. You're gonna depend on the Lord to give you what you need for that day, as in your daily bread. So you're gonna depend on the Lord. See, this is where we coming to know that, hey, either you with the Lord or you with Esau. See, this is the time they're either gonna break you or make you. You know, but we know that the Most High Yahweh is gonna throw a monkey wrench in the game. But you gotta believe that. Even though it's written, you might you get this song, the Job. Even though it's written, but guess what? You still have to go through it. That's why I said, for none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Because there's gonna be some hard times that only the strong gonna survive. But how is we gonna be strong? We're gonna be strong in the Lord.
That's right.
You got it,
This is Job, chapter 5, starting at verse 11. And it reads, to set up on high those that be low.
There you go.
That those
and that what the Lord finna do, man. He finna set those on high that be low, and that's talking about the Israelites, man. We are in a low position. We are on a low toe. We are the ones on the what you call that? The totem pole.
Bottom of the totem pole.
We at the bottom of the totem pole, man.
Yep.
All right. It goes back to Deuteronomy the 28th chapter. All right, thou shalt become the what? The tail, and our enemies was gonna be what? Become the head. But now the Lord finna pull a switcheroo. Now he finna exalt those that's on high, this low. Very soon. What you gonna say, Yana?
No, that's what I was saying. You was saying we had became the tail and the enemies that became the head.
Yeah. So the Lord said he finna set those on high that what? That's low.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
And it says to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety.
There you go. So who is that is in a mourning state? All right, the elect, the prophets, the men of the Lord. You got certain women that believe wholeheartedly. They in the state of mourning. But this goes for the elect, man. All right, like the scripture said in Revelation, my posture is with men's. You know what I'm saying? So you got the prophets on the highways and the hedges crying out. All right. Yeah, that's a bit of a precept too, Samak, Ephesians 6:10. He said, finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. And we know that the power of the might is what? The name of H.our O.f T.emptation. And like Bond said earlier, it's like a cheat code. You know, H.our O.f T.emptation is the cheat code, man. Just like you playing GTA, you finna run out of life. You can get the hurry up, put the code in. You get life, all the stars gone. You get a full life. You know, everything turn back to normal. When you call upon you, how about H.our do this, that? You know, you how about H.our name is the cheat code. But you got to, you know.
Verse 12 in Job chapter 5, it says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Right, and the devices of the crafty is this right here. Let me get a video to show it. This is the device of the crafty. Hold up. Damn. So let me do it like this. Like it. There we go. This is the device of the crafty. All right. That's the device. You know, Revelation the 13th chapter. Now you got a lot of niggas starting to wake up to that. Like the elder had did the video with T.I.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? T.I.'s like, yeah, it's gotta be this. It's gonna be doing. They know.
Yeah.
They can't really fully speak on it as a men of the Lord, but they know. You know, everybody named Mammy know.
Yeah.
All right, to not to know mean you are paid off because it's plain.
That's right.
It's plain. This in the Bible. You know, Sweden is the great example. In Sweden, all right, they ain't got the MOTB like fully in China, but in Sweden they do. You remember back in 2000 and shit, I want to say 2020, out there in Wisconsin, they workers. They had a lot of workers. That was they what you call that shit? They volunteered. A lot of their workers had volunteered to get the chip. Yep, at their job. Yeah, they was able to go to the vending machine, put their hand on the vending machine, you know, get what they want out of the vending machine. You know, they work they ran. They needed something out of the machine, dealing with work. All they had to do is put their hand on there. That was in Wisconsin. So it let you know that it's already here in America. It just ain't reached that point yet. All right, because the Most High Yahweh is doing it on his time. Because remember, as we fishing for the elect, just casting that, casting that net out to the sea. The Lord is working on the left-hand side. See, the Lord is working on both sides, good and evil. That's why that expected end is going to be so brutal for the elect, because this whole time the Lord was working.
Right.
You got it,
Yep. And it says back in Job chapter 5 and verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Yeah, and
So
reason why he gonna disappoint it, because this so-called white man not gonna rule with this. He only gonna get it up and running. You know how you got a person that had bought a building, you know what I'm saying, and he been, they put the red bow around it because they know he handing out flyers. He calling everybody, man. Hey man, show up next Thursday, man. I'm gonna open my new club up, man, next Thursday, man. Everybody come through. They got pictures of everybody, so they got the big scissors and shit. And they cut the bow. Everybody, it's open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got it up and running. But how long did that club last? You see? It didn't last long, because that's what the Lord gonna do to Esau. Yeah, he might get that chip up and running, but he not gonna last long. He ain't gonna rule with that charagma.
No.
All right? That's why the scripture say in Psalms 2 and 8, the Most High Yahweh, he said, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Because this whole time, the Most High Yahweh was setting this devil up for the kill.
That's right.
But you got it,
Yep. Finishing off, it says he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
There you go. You see, because this is what they fighting for. This is what they heading to. But the Most High Yahweh is going to keep them at a stagnant. They're going to be stagnant. All right. Once they really put this thing as a forceful thing, they're going to be stagnant. You see, they're gonna try to go to the underground bunkers. They're gonna go to the dens of the rocks. They'll try to go to another, another country, and think they're gonna come out after the smoke clears and rule forever with their technology. That's why they got so many human droids. They got so many robots, because they really think that after the smoke clears, all they're gonna have is robots doing their dirty work. It ain't gonna be no more humans. You cannot forget about the Georgia Guidestones. All right, which the Lord struck that and took that motherfucker out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But what was written on the Georgia Guidestone? Everything against Jake, how he tried to depopulate the earth. Like he had a lot of like it stated in Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. That was basically on those stones. Yeah.
Reduce the population.
Decrees. Huh?
Reduce the population to, I think it was like, what was it, like 500 million?
500 million. Yeah.
Yeah. It was real wicked, man.
Yeah, that's right. That
sounds like some Bill Gates, you know what I'm saying? He probably sponsored some shit like this.
And a precept real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm asking the question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, come. This is the book of Sirach in the Apocrypha, better known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 42. And I'm gonna start at verse 17 and finish at verse 19. Because it says this: the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have not given power to the saints to declare all his marvelous works, because ultimately there are certain things that we know that the Lord told the prophets not to write down too, but in this time what the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has given us this 100% truth according to salvation, the things that we know that we need to be doing, or rehearsing to receive salvation in these times. He has given that information to the saints. Right. So it says not to declare all his marvelous works, which the Almighty Lord firmly settled, that whatsoever might be established for his glory. right?
Yeah.
Because all these things that's coming upon this earth is ultimately what to glorify the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh to magnify his name, you know what I'm saying, in the earth. Okay. And it says, verse 18, and he seeketh out the deep and the heart and consider their crafty devices. Going right back to Job chapter 5, you know, those crafty devices that Esau Edom, you know what I'm saying, try to create, you know, and one of those main inventions that he's trying to create is that RFID CHIP, you know, and we know not to take it in our left or our right hand. But it says this, for the Lord knoweth all that may be known. He beholdeth the signs of the world. So the Lord sees how Esau Edom is operating and trying to create these things and to destroy his people. That's why we as his people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, the Native American Indian, it will behoove you to come back to the obedience of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, repent, because
That's
he's
right.
going to protect us from this evil man, you know, like the elder always call him, Dexter in the laboratory, man.
That's
You know?
him. That's him.
Yeah. Verse 19, finishing off right here, because it says, he declares these things that are past and for to come, and revealeth the steps of the hidden things. And
Yeah,
how did
because
he
this
do that? So like it, you got
now I'm gonna say because this is like one of the major prophecies.
done.
You know, you got it.
Now, right on what you said, Elder. Hey, these one of the major prophecies, and these prophecies come through prophets, and that's who the Lord has revealed his secrets and his Salaki, his secrets and
Yeah,
his
his secrets in
prophecies
his
too.
word too. You're right.
Yep, to service the prophets, man. You see,
Yeah,
and so we're revealing, we're telling you these things because the Lord has shown us, man, and we're telling you what, according to the Lord, these are not our words; these are the Lord's words, man.
that's
You
right.
know, so again, it'll behoove to take heed, man.
That's right.
Yeah, because this man is a wicked. But you got it though, the point to like.
Now look. Now I typed in chip in the hand. Is it real? And do it link with the Bible? So it says yes. Microchip implant for the hand are real, but they do not have a direct biblical link. Right?
That's enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. But
It's
it
real.
says don't link with the Bible. So what you gotta have? You gotta have spiritual discernment. See, now you gotta be spiritual. You can't be carnal. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that the Quran is spiritual. It's not, because it just said it's real. So now you gotta spiritually discern, all right, what it is. So now it says, while the technology exists and used by some people today, but the idea that is the biblical mark of the beast come from modern interpretation rather than the text of the Bible itself. Is the chip in the hand real? It said available technology, all right, RFID, right? It said are absolutely real. Current use, it said tinted capital size chip are ejected between the thumb and the index finger. When you go to Revelation 13 chapter, what it said, the right hand, meaning in the hand, but it's a hand,
Yep,
right?
your
It says
dominant
people
hand.
use them. Look, check this out. People use them for contactless payment. So how is that? You see,
We can end the lesson on that one.
it said
Yeah.
it's so crazy. It says people use them for contactless payment, open digital doors, logging into computers, or storing medical information. That's it.
That's that's pretty much everything. You know, like I say, even getting in your house. You know, it just you can do all this stuff wirelessly now. That's a real thing.
Exactly. It's
You know.
real. Right? So that's the hour of temptation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be the only way you're able to eat or be sustainable. Like you can go some time if you got people helping you, but their help gonna run out. That's why I say friends shall stand up and fight against another one like enemies. Because people gonna come together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it started getting hard. So yeah, I'm gonna have to let my cousin stay with me. My mama will have to come stay with me. Then I got my auntie. Then I got my brother. Cause you the only one got a big ass house.
Yeah.
So you got all your family members in this one house. What's gonna happen? There's gonna be a lot of confusion. You know what I'm saying? He ain't cleaned out the tub. He ain't emptied the garbage can. She ain't staying true to her word. He out here. You know what I'm saying? So there's chaos already in the house.
Yep.
You see? So after a long period of time of that, what's going to happen? Everybody going to go their separate ways. You see? And they're going to be forced like, fuck that shit, man. They're going to go down to Egypt for help. They're going to go out there and stick their hand out. You know what I'm saying? Just because they ain't got nobody else to depend on.
Yep.
And they did not listen to the prophets. You see? And they're going to be looking at a man of the Lord. Damn, how he, you know?
Yep.
So it says, people use them for contactless payment, opening digital doors, logging into computers, and storing medical information.
Yep.
Woo! Now look, it says scale of use. It says a small percentage of tech and employees of particular tech companies have voluntarily received them for convenience, but they are not globally widespread or mandated by government. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Because Revelation 13, it says what? He calls it all both small and great, rich and poor, and free and bond. To receive that what? That mark. But it's not going to happen until chaos happens. See, when people dying out there in the streets, people still marching, looting, you know, snatching up polices, holding them for ransom, snatching up governments, holding them for ransom, saying that we need to eat, I need this, I need that. All right, that's when I got the solution. You know what I'm saying? Because the dollar gonna crash. So I got the solution. This is gonna be the new currency. It's already set up with the CBDC, which they call central bank digital currencies. That's already set it up because you got Bitcoin. You know, you got Bitcoin, and what's the other digital currency already? You got Bitcoin and what's another? Huh?
You got Bitcoin, Ethereum.
Ethereum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ethereum.
and that's another one.
The one that was like big that get crashed, XRP.
I think that was it because I remember going to the store seeing the junk. But yeah, so it's already set up in a way. So when the system crash, all right, that's gonna be the new currency.
Yep.
So in order to eat, in order to survive, you're gonna have to have that. If not, you're gonna have to depend on the Lord. Because like I say, depending on your brother and your cousin is only gonna last for so long.
Yep.
That shit gonna run out. You know what I'm saying? So it says, but not globally widespread or mandated by governments. Now check this out. It said, does it link with the Bible? It said the Bible never mentioned microchip, as the text was written thousands of years before digital technology existed. However, people often draw a link between hand microchip with Revelation the 13th chapter. It said Revelation 13 to 16. You see? But remember, you gotta what? You gotta be spiritual to understand this. All right. Now it says said mainstream theological interpretation. Said most biblical scholars, all right, historian and Christian theologian agreed that the physical microchip is not what the book of Revelation is talking about. How is not? Matter of fact, go to it. Go to it. Revelation 13. Bond, and keep holding on that you know, that Joel, because we gotta go back to that John.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Keep going.
And that no man, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or
So
the
how is it
name.
not? So how is it not?
Yep.
When we just read up here all the things that is meant for to do. Contactless payments. That means paying for your car note, paying for your rent, you know what I'm saying? Paying your insurance,
Yep.
all that contactless payment. Why? Because all you gotta do is just put your hand on there.
Yep.
Everything is stored in there. All your why you think I got so many data centers? Because all your
Mm-hmm.
data is stored in there. So how is not? That don't even make sense.
Yep.
But that's to show you that they gotta leave it up to the prophets. You see, the Lord blinded them. Yeah, they know certain things. They can go into history, but the Spirit not getting unto them to understand prophecy. That's for the men of the Lord. That's for the prophets. Because look, it says most biblical scholars, historians, and Christian theologians agree. So they agree that the physical microchip is not what the book of Revelation is talking about. How is not? Because it can't be seen. It can't be seen. That means we had the mark of the beast in the world. And we got it now because we still go on. So it can't be seen. Yeah, man, I just killed 2 ladies, man. I need me a pack of meat, a loaf of bread, some cheese. How come on, really? You know, I just committed adultery. I need a big ass bag of, how the hell can it be seen? It can't be seen. Sleeping with white women. Come on, really? In a bargo.
Yeah, man, more
Like,
confusing
you know
than
what I'm saying?
anything.
Christianity. How the hell can it be all those things that the other Israelite camps is proclaiming that the mark of the beast to be? How?
Yep.
When it just stated that it's a real thing. Don't
Yep.
make sense. You got it,
I was still reading.
Oh, yeah. Finish it out. Salaki.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. Again, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Yep.
That's right.
You want to read 18?
No, you good. You good. You got it,
Jumping back to Job chapter 5 and verse 13 now, right? Because it says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
There you go. See? He take the wise, which the wise are considered as Esau. But he said he take them in their own craftiness. Why? Because the Most High Yahweh have created a smith that bloweth in the coal. So he set these devils up, gave them the spirit or to create these missiles to destroy themselves.
Yep.
So that's how the Most High Yahweh take the wise in their own craftiness. Because really, the way Esau think right now, yeah, this World War III going to happen. The missiles going to be shot. And after that, we're going to rule forever. We're going to take over.
Yep.
But not knowing when the missile get to flying, Yahweh Shai is coming. You see? Oh, no, we got missile defense system. We got the Golden Dome. We got this and that to fight against the Lord and the angels. But the Lord going to destroy that. And them.
Yep.
But that's something that the Lord is keeping them from. He blinded them from that.
Yep.
All right, to actually take place. You got it,
Yep. And it says, finishing off, and he take the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
Yeah, keep going.
Verse 14, they meet with darkness in the daytime
There you
and
go.
grope.
The
Yep.
darkness represent evil. That's my Michael 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. All right, when the morning light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands. You know? So woe to them. Read it again, you know?
Verse 14, they meet with darkness in the daytime
Yeah.
and grope in the noonday as
Right.
in night, in the night.
Yeah. Because remember, that's all the devil know. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's evil,
Yep.
violence. When you go to Psalm 73, the 3rd chapter, it said violence covered him like a garment.
Mm-hmm.
So they working day and night, all right, on how to put this the chip in place. They working day and night. All right. Sometimes they don't get no sleep. Cause what does the scripture say? The nigga can't get no sleep till he do evil.
He'll do some evil, yeah.
You know, so these devils is working, man. And at the same time, that's why the Lord said that he shortened the days. You know, you got to, you know.
And it says, verse 15, but he saveth the poor from the sword.
Woo!
Yep.
Who's that poor?
The elect.
There you go.
If I may add,
You got it.
Matthew chapter 5, if I'm not mistaken, it says, blessed is the poor, for there is the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So
All right,
jumping
let me
back
bring
to
that. Hold on.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's Matthew 5:3. This Matthew 5:3 said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for there is the kingdom of heaven."
Ooh. Come
Yeah.
on, man. That's the elect. So the
Oh,
Lord, that's Yahweh Shai, speaking.
yeah. Then it said, "Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted."
Mm. Come on.
And how we gonna
Being
be
exalted
confident?
to the
The
state.
Lord saving
Yep.
us, the Lord protecting
Done.
us, the Lord keeping us from danger.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we're gonna be confident. Think about
Done.
it. You hearing motherfuckers kicking in your next door neighbor house, but they just walk right past your house.
Yep.
Shit, you can't tell me that's not.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's beautiful. So jumping back to Job chapter 5 and verse 15, it says, but he saveth the poor from the sword,
And who is the
from their
sword?
Esau Edom.
Right, because they go to what? The Psalms. They
Psalm.
go to Psalms. The matter of fact, let me grab it. This is Psalm 17 and 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword."
Ooh. Come
But you
on,
see
man.
how it said disappoint him?
Done.
Mm-hmm.
That's tied into Psalms, the 2nd chapter. That the Most High have the disappointment. Matter of fact, I gotta grab it. This is Psalms 2 and Psalms 2 and 1. It said, "Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, Let us break
If I
their bands asunder and cast away their cord from us. He that sit in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath." What is that? The Yahweh Shai with those chariots, man.
done.
All right. Then he shall speak unto them in his wrath and vex them with his sore displeasure. You got it.
Lord, yep, Lord raining down them ICBM missiles. Because hey, they like you read, they come together, you know what I'm saying? You know, these Masonic hall, these, you know what I'm saying, Illuminati's, secret societies come up with all type of diabolical plans, you know what I'm saying, just to forward their enterprise, you know what I'm saying, and and try to say they're justified by doing it, but the Lord see all of that.
That's
See, the
right.
Lord said, You touched the apple of my eye, man. So Lord about to what it's a kick butt and take names, man. I'm about to
Uh-huh.
talk with you through my fury,
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is back in Job chapter 5 and verse 16 finishing off. So the poor, no, 15. It says, but he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty.
That's it. That's it. Because Esau, he had the power, he had the might. That's why it's right back to Revelation. This is the 2 and 10. It said the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Yep.
You see that? Because he had the power.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But guess what the Lord said? Be not troubled.
Yep. For
All
these
right.
things no payment.
That's right. Because of what the Lord finna do, he finna save us from the hand of our
Mm-hmm.
enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, you know.
And it says, verse 16, so the poor had hope and and uh and quiet stoppeth her mouth. And quiet stoppeth her mouth. Right? And it says in verse 17, behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty.
Right, and that's now. Because we're gonna rejoice in that time because we're gonna be able to withdraw from this spiritual bank account, all right, that we have stored up as all the sacrifices. So them sacrifices gonna come back, all right, and grant us access to be saved and protected and delivered.
That's right.
Right? But now what we doing? We getting chastised for that right now. We suffering for that right now. You know, but it's gonna all pay off at the end of the day. Just like when you work out. You working out, you pushing on muscles, you suffering for that. But guess what? A month later, 2 months later, you see the results. You're like, damn, it all worked out.
Yep.
But while you were doing it, you had to go through the suffering. You had to go through the hurt, the pain. You see that? So the Most High Yahweh, what he doing unto us is for our good. We catch a hell. That's why I said think it's not strange concerning a fiery trial, because you can wake up one day, it's all good, and the next hour, everything come to shambles. But you gotta still be in the spirit, like, shit, I still gotta take it. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta rejoice. Yep. I still gotta do what I gotta do. I still gotta teach. I still gotta go to work. I still gotta feed the kid. You know, your life don't stop because you're catching hell. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord have given us the spirit, which is the comforter, all right, to endure. You got it, you know.
We got a quick precept. You said that. Just a quick one. This is James 1 and 12. It says, blessed is the man that hath endured temptation.
Uh-oh.
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Go ahead.
Which the Lord hath promised to them that loveth him. If I may add it too.
You got it.
Kind of just touching back on Revelations. He that keepeth my word, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. But what the scriptures also said in Job chapter 5, despise not the chastening of the Lord. Because in the book of Romans, it says, what the Lord chasten whom he loveth. If you be not chastened, then you are a bastard.
But there
So
you
the
go.
Lord love us, man.
Yep.
And he
That's
will give us
Hebrew.
the crown of life. Yeah, the Hebrews,
Yep.
Salaki. Well, I'm reading James. Yeah. So that's beautiful, Salaki.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You gonna bring it out?
Yeah, I'll bring it out. Is it 12?
Maybe like 12 and 2 around there. I thought it was wrong.
What it say?
Oh, here it is. It's
Verse 5.
verse 5, yeah. Starting at verse 5. It says Hebrews chapter 12, verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
Hey, think
Yep.
about it. We all used to get our ass towed up growing up.
Yep.
But what happened? It put us in a better mindset. It kept us out the streets. It kept us from doing wrong.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's what it's all about. So the Lord, that's why it's written in 1 Peter 4:1. Arm yourself likewise in the same mind Yahushua.
Yep.
Because you suffer in the flesh, meaning you ceasing from sin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the chastening come in all different sizes, shapes, and forms.
Yep.
But it's bettering us and it's keeping us from the world to preserve us for salvation. That's all. So that's why the Lord is chastising us, man. Because it's keeping us in a place that we always calling and depending on Him.
Yep. That's what verse 11. That's pretty much say what you're saying.
Go ahead and read it.
Yep. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. It says, "Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous." You know, you get a whooping, you're gonna be mad at the time.
Yeah, it hurt.
Yep.
You
You're like,
know.
man, I hate her, you know.
Yeah, I want to run away. You know,
Yep.
you got them runaways and shit.
Yep.
Get their ass.
Yep.
Well, run away.
Yep. That was my brother. Yep. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
So a person, you'll see a person like he was bad growing up, but he got a job now. You know what I'm saying? He out the way. Because what happened? He was getting his ass towed up. He was getting corrected.
That's right.
You know, the scriptures say that spoil the rod, spoil the child. And now he grew up. Now he a serial killer because you didn't tear his ass up when he need to be whooped.
Man,
you correct him when he would need to be corrected.
Man, he was a little demon as a child, and you ain't get him in line.
Edomite child. You know what I'm saying? Nigga in the motherfucking basement, hooking up a bomb this whole time. Get the fuck out my room, Mom.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying?
My personal space, Mom.
And Esau took the whooping out of the schools.
Yep.
So these bad ass kids are doing whatever they want to do. Then he took the whooping out of the homes.
Yep.
So now women are bringing forth monsters.
Yep.
So the Lord got to correct us, man.
That's right.
So when we came into the truth, we starting to get corrected. It don't feel good, but like you just read, it's for the better for us. Yep, you got it,
So jumping back to Job chapter 5 and verse 18 now, because it says, "For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and his hand make whole."
Yep.
He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Hey, there you go. Keep going.
Verse 20, in famine he shall redeem thee from death.
There you go. See, because famine is coming.
Right.
All right. And he said he's going to redeem us from that. Meaning what? He's going to give us the ability to survive. He's going to keep us. He's going to look out for us. Remember that word keep?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to look out for us, man. He's going to tend to us.
That's right.
You see? That's why I say that word keep is heaven. You got it, And
it says, and in war from the power of the sword.
There you go. Because the race war is going to be, class war is going to be, civil war is going to be. And guess what the Lord going to do? He's going to keep us from that. Go ahead.
Verse 21, thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue.
Oh,
neither
man.
shall.
And that's, remember the tongue is speaking about Esau and his power. So when he bring these draconian laws, he set up that the only way you're going to be able to buy or give it anything you need, you're going to have that chip. See, the Lord going to keep us from that. That's why I said, thou shalt be hid from the scourge. So that's not going to affect us. Having no job is not going to affect the elect. All right? Because that's when the Lord going to get to working on miracles. This is just something that we got to believe now. You got it,
And it says, Job chapter 5 and verse 21, thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
There you go. Because right now, the Lord is putting our faith on 10 through these small trials and tribulations. So therefore, when actually game time comes, remember, we be at practice all day. running drills and, you know what I'm saying, doing this and that, practice for the game. So when the game comes, you got to apply everything that you did at practice on the court for the game. Same thing in this time. All these things that we're going through in life, we're going to have to actually apply all this in a time of trouble. And the main thing that we're going to have is what? The knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Lord. You know? That's why I said it's good to get it now. Get it while the getting is good. Because when the Lord bring the family of the word, it's a wrap. Because that's what everybody going to need. Everybody going to need to hear something good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going to need to hear some good news. You know? Everybody going to desire that. Some type of news that bring comfort, not hell. But all they going to get is what? Hell. The comfort to come now. So when time comes, you're able to bring that back to mind. Oh, yeah, the prophet did say this was going to happen. So, he said, when this happened, I got to do this. When this happened, I got to do that. Therefore, you're going to be straight. That's why it's necessary for you to listen and hearken to the prophets. Consider. Because when the apostles be doing their lesson, they break down, all right, what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. When when a certain time apply. All the prophets do that. We just don't tell you that, yeah, Jacob trouble come. No, we tell you what to do in the time of trouble. You know?
How to survive.
How to survive. And one way how to survive is going according to the what? To the spiritual GPS, which is the Bible. All right? You got it, you know.
33 and 6.
It says verse 22. It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Woo! Now, what type of spirit you gotta be in laughing?
Yeah.
When everybody else catching hell, motherfuckers crying, mourning, screaming and hollering, boo-hooing, need your help. But here it is, you over there laughing.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What kind? You gotta think about it. The Lord gonna have you in that type of spirit.
Yeah. Your faith, like you said, your faith gonna be on 10. That mean, you know what I'm saying? You already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're gonna be the biggest I told you so ever.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it on that. So Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters was edified, man. All right, hard times are coming. The hour of temptation is coming. So we got to continue to pray, watch, and fear Yahweh order to overcome that. Because we know that the blood covered the elect. But we got to make our call and election sure. And how we do that? By always being occupied in prophecy. All right, so Lord willing, till next time, we'll give our honor and glory and power to Yahweh, I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, and peace and blessings to the hope of the elect. All right, next time, Shalom, Abba Raka'akim. All right, may the Lord keep you bless y'all night.